George Harrison and Mick Jagger were members of two of the biggest bands in the world when Led Zeppelin broke onto the scene. They would go on to achieve similar success as the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. At first, though, Harrison and Jagger couldn't see what was so great about Led Zeppelin. A producer tried to play the band's first album for Harrison and Jagger, but neither showed any interest. Led Zeppelin's first album came out in 1969. They worked with producer Glyn Johns, who had previously worked on albums for the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. He found the young band's sound thrilling. "I don't think I've come down yet from the staggering buzz I got from being in the room. It was unbelievably inspiring and incredibly easy to record," Johns told Music Radar in 2014. "They were well rehearsed and masters at what they did, which is why it took only 9 days, including mixing." Johns was so excited that he wanted to show others the Led Zeppelin record. As he was working with the Rolling Stones at the time, he brought it to them first. "We were putting the Stones rock and roll circus together around the same time, and I took an acetate of the album into a production meeting," he said. "I told them this is going to be huge, but Mick Jagger wasn't interested in hearing it." Johns also showed Harrison, but the Beatle took little interest in the album. "So I dragged George Harrison into Olympic to listen to it on the way back from a Beatles session," he said. "He didn't get it, strangely." The musicians' lukewarm reactions didn't dampen John's enthusiasm, though. "I still think that album is their best. It shook everything from the roots," he said. "But they were an example of a band that didn't need much input from me. And aside from recording them, I kept my jaw on the floor throughout those sessions, just floored by their natural talents."